we have to become so saturated in the Word that when life comes at you from all these different directions, what comes out of you is the Word. Not doubt, not fear. Let me give an example. Yesterday, we took on an endeavor at our house. My kids and I, we had fun doing it. We decided to wash the trucks. My truck, if y'all seen it out there, it's shining. I mean, I can see my face in it, okay? Because my kids got out there with me, and we washed it, and we washed Mama's truck, okay? Mama's SUV. And the first thing I noticed, I had to go buy new sponges from the store, and I got them all their own little bucket, and a little purple sponge for Allie, little orange for Ben, because that's his favorite color, okay? You know, as a dad, you think on these things, okay? In other words, your Heavenly Father thinks more good thoughts about you than you think about your kids. He knows all your preferences, your likes, your colors, what you don't, etc. Okay? So I'm doing this for my kids. We're out there having fun. And I noticed that the sponge, when I unwrapped the sponge and I put it in the bucket, now the bucket was filled with water and soap. I put the sponge in the bucket and I'd pull it out, and there wasn't much coming out of the sponge. It was still kind of hard, meaning hard in the way that it's new. It wasn't dense and filled. And yet I had plunged it in the bucket one time. And so I would take it out and I would rinse, and I could squeeze and not much would come out. But I put it back in. And what I noticed is we went to washing the vehicles and spraying them down. By the time we were done, I took the sponges, because if you don't wash out sponges, they will get hard because of the soap. Okay? It's like a paintbrush. You got to wash out a paintbrush, okay? So I'm in the utility sink in our house, and I'm washing out these sponges. And for the life of me, I could not get the soap. Every time I squeezed, every time I wrung them out, more soap would come out, and more would come out. And more. Now, this was the same sponge earlier that I couldn't get to hold water and soap because it was new. But because I continued to baptize it in the thing, and I continued to immerse it in the thing, and I continued to soak it in the thing, because I continued to let the soap get in it and the Word get in us, and you continue to dunk yourself in the Word. You start out a little hard, not very pliable. You start out not really absorbing and dripping and being saturated with the thing, but all of a sudden that sponge I was under the water, just letting the water, and every time I squeeze more soap, there's no end to the amount of soap being wrung out of this thing. This thing that was holding nothing now is got an unlimited supply of soap in it. I don't even need to go to the store. I'll pick it up next week and wring it, and I got more soap. I didn't even put that much soap in the bucket. Where did it come from? And yet what I'm saying to you is that's the way we have to be. You have to be a sponge with the Word of the living God. You got to immerse yourself in it, baptize yourself in it, read it, study it, meditate it, obey it, because then watch what happens. The world's going to come around to you and going to grab you and try to wring you out, try to squeeze you and try to press you. But when you get wrung out by the world, when all the problems happen, guess what happens? Every time it tries, just the Word comes out of you. The Word flows out of your heart. Jesus said, out of the abundance of your heart, the mouth speaks.